Monza, and for the first time ever, I'm pretty sure, ARCA is on the Monza Oval. So, that's interesting. Community voted, and I'm not a big fan of the super speedways anyway, but this just takes the stupidity to a whole new level, of course. So we're jumping in the first time slot, just trying to get it done quickly, and then not have to worry about it. I mean, there's a 99.5% chance we're going to end up in the big wreck and get somewhere near last. But we'll go ahead and qualify and see if we can put ourselves up towards the front, and maybe the wreck will be behind us, and then we can drop back a little bit and save ourselves from the final lap wreck that'll inevitably happen. But with the way I usually qualify on the super speedways, we will still be at the back. No restrictor plates here. We're doing about 200 through the corners by ourselves. And once you get a little bit of draft and you're going a bit quicker into turn 1 over here, there's a big bump right on entry that really upsets the car. It can get you very loose right there. That transition is very harsh. And it's a very bumpy and narrow racetrack that it's not really even a racetrack. It's more of a test track. For some reason we're on all-time best instead of session best. There we go. I'm not really worried if I do a good lap. I don't think it's going to matter where we are in the pack, or where we start. I think our chances of survival are going to be pretty slim regardless. We're just going to have to get very lucky. And we may not. Not a big deal either way, really. We'll just see what we can do. I would rather be on the inside line, though. I don't want to go up top. There's just so little room up there, and if I catch the wall, I'm going to be in big trouble. Or if something happens in front of me, there's going to be nowhere to go. There's not really anywhere to go on the bottom because the transition between the banking is so dramatic. And we had a big freeze up right there, which means OBS probably crashed. Hopefully not. Let's see. No, it's still working. How about that? And this is going to be a worse lap than the other one, so we'll just take our 48.6.
There's the checker.
Nick is in this race with us. He's doing the first time slot as well. He's the number 13. We are the number 7. Another benefit of doing the first time slot for me is I'm not like number 1 or something, which I would normally be, or somewhere around there if I'm racing a bit later and there's low participation. So that should make this iRating hit that we're about to take a little bit less, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter. iRating's too high anyway, and it really doesn't matter. As long as we have a fun race, but I don't think there's going to be any real racing going on here. We got 20 laps as well. We're doing about Talladega lap times, I think. This is a bigger track, I believe, but there's no restrictor plate, so by yourself you're still doing about the same lap times you would. So that's good, at least. In the pack, we're going to be flying. These cars were not made to race unrestricted in draft, so they are very, very unstable. Small wheelbases, they just want to get squirrely on you very quickly. You got to be very careful. And like we always say, these do not have the bumper and nose contact in order to bump draft really at all. You've got to be super confident and know what you're doing, and I am certainly not going to try it. I never really do in a plate race. Because the wedge nose just gets underneath the rear end of the guy in front of you, and if it just lifts his rear end off the ground, that just spins him out. Looks like we're starting 10th. Nick beats us by a little bit. We're all in the 6/8. That's funny. All these guys right here, right on top of each other. That'll happen in a fixed setup. Just hold your foot down. James is in here as well. He's putting himself in the back. Good luck to him. We'll give him a good luck. Hope we missed the big one, but I'm going to be right in the middle of it, so we'll just have to see. And we're starting on the outside.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Let's get all this ready in case we need to get a fast repair.
We've put in plenty of fuel to finish
Cross
the
our
race.
fingers we don't.
The estimated SOF is...
But it's a 45, almost 4,500 strength of field, so
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
not a big deal. Fighting for the podium, yeah, right.
Is this the first time ever that iRacing's ever done anything on Monza here with oval cars?
No, it's the first time for the ARCA Series, I believe, but they've definitely had this on official schedule
It
before.
comes up once in a while. I remember this was a regular Class A race when this track first came out a long time ago.
Still waiting on two
Class
cars.
B raced here as well, like last year. Just one of those off-season tracks they throw in because there's no real track to base it off of, and everyone wants to do the hilarious hold your foot down track.
And many, many moons ago.
You don't get any extra tire sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
Community votes for the Super Speedway
I thought this was dying
on the schedule for ARCA though, so that's why it got chosen this time.
Paying forward.
If we're gonna do a Super Speedway, I'd rather do a real one. But this is the first time we've ever done this, so let's just give it a try. We'll see how big the wreck can be. We're gonna be on the outside, like I said I didn't want to be. I think when I raced B fixed here, I think it was B fixed. I doubt I would have run B open here. But I think when that happened, I was doing pretty good up towards the front, like top 7 maybe, if I remember correctly, and then ended up getting launched into orbit during the big wreck, and ended up getting about last.
By the way, Parker, hope to hear something out soon on...
So if we get better than 20th this race, I'd consider that better than expected. So let's just keep that in mind. Let's not get disappointed with 14th or something if we claw our way out of here with that.
And Junior Motorsports car.
Parker West 5 is my goat.
That's a fact.
He needs to win at Daytona in the 62 car.
How is this gonna
That'd be light
go?
work.
Why'd you push Harrison?
How is this gonna go? We have the one behind us, or the... Yeah, we have the one car behind us. 4 to 400 strength of field. I wonder what his I rating is. I know James's is like 6,000 or 7,000, I think. He's a number 3 or something, right?
Ready?
Oh well, here we go. Just try not to do anything stupid and cause the wreck myself if we end up getting wrecked.
Alright, man.
Hopefully it will be by somebody else.
Green, green, green. We have 20 laps to go at the line. Inside.
And the car is already super unstable.
Stay high.
They're going to be 3 wide up ahead.
On the low side.
Oh, Nick might have caught the wall. There's just so little room up there.
Stay high.
And I do not want to be up here. I want to back off real bad. There's James. He's the number 3.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Oh gosh.
Stay high.
This is ridiculous. What do we do? There's nothing we can do. Don't hit the wall. Everyone's hitting the wall. Big bumps. No one's in this. No one can practice this big of a draft pack, really. We're just all in the wall, and I am losing it. Okay. They're making contact just ahead of us. They're 3 wide. Maybe get the 10 around us and then slot in behind him. There's a little bit of a gap, and it looks like they're about to wreck. Okay, we've got a little spot here we can sit. Not any safer because if there's a wreck in front of us, the closing speed is just going to be astronomical. We're going to have very little chance of dodging it.
All clear, all clear.
Everyone's grabbing that wall. Got to lift a little bit at this place with the draft. Since there's no restrictor plate. Back to 15th here. 16th, maybe, actually. .215. All right. 12 is backing up. Doesn't like what he's seeing up there. I don't blame him. I don't like what I'm seeing anywhere. 20 car behind me is looking like he wants to move forward. And we'll just let him. Oh, are they causing a big wreck? They're going to big wreck?
45.037. Go high.
I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
Okay.
I don't know if I
No
understand that.
idea.
It'll apparently just reset you back to the
No idea how we missed that. Oh my gosh.
kitty road.
Got one outside.
I will take the 1X.
You're clear high.
Holy cow. We lose touch with the front pack, but we do not have damage. And if the front pack wrecks now, we should have no trouble missing it. Wow.
You're in the top 10.
And that moves us up to 9th. So even if we don't catch them and they don't wreck, we could potentially still get a top 10. That was insane.
9 seconds.
I cannot believe we missed that. These guys behind us are going to
On the
come
very bottom.
flying past us. That's fine. They're hooked up, I think. We'll see if we can tag onto the back of them. And try not to hit the wall.
We got damage on the front end. All clear, all clear.
Gave ourselves damage.
Closing on. We got these 3.
Trying to just stay high, but there's just no room. Didn't get a 2X at least. Slow car down low. That is a lap car coming out of the pits, most likely. Back to 11th, but you know what? I don't think there's any way the front pack can survive through the whole thing. We also have a guy. We're getting ready to pass for position. Right here. That guy was in 7th. Something must have happened.
Did a 45.416.
We got a car up here. That's for position as well.
We got damage on the front end.
Still got damage on the front end. It didn't get fixed magically. It's kind of hoping it would. Back to 9th though. We just passed a couple people slow. No pressure behind us yet, but they may end up catching up. Looks like they've got, yeah, they've got draft back there. I'd like to be able to tag on to the back of these two, but I think the damage has hurt us a little bit. They're not pulling away super quick. We've got a little bit of their draft, but they need to have a big loose moment, I think, or get separated for us to be able to catch up. We'll lose a bunch through the corners.
984.
They do have a lap car coming up though, so maybe that'll slow them down a bit.
Have a slow car on the bottom. Go high.
As people come out of the pits. Yeah, they're out of draft range now. Those two behind us are going to catch up. But still plenty of time for them to wreck up front. We're not even close to halfway. Well, we're close to it, but we're not at halfway yet. We weren't in the pack very long, but we did have that crazy miss wreck before I drove myself into the wall. Now maybe we can let these two go by behind us without hitting the wall and can keep our momentum up enough to keep up with their draft. Looks like they're going to catch us in pretty much the same exact spot that the last two people caught us. Nope, down the back stretch. Looks like we're about to get lapped.
Caleb Bryant.
I was muted. No, I don't have damage. I just took a fast repair.
Alright, Kemper. Oh, drag.
They're going so much quicker than us, we're not even going to be able to hang on to them either. So we're going to be back to 11th
Blinking.
until the front
changes
wrecks.
your mind. I don't want
But
you
if
to-
we get lapped, that's going to take away some of our chances.
What are you doing, 20? Do you not see that as wreck?
But they may have just wrecked. Have they wrecked? I only see 5 people back there now. We might get a couple more free spots here in a second. And there's definitely smoke.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.5 seconds.
We're going to pass anybody on pit road. Oh yeah. A couple people there.
We have 10 to go. This
We're back to 9th, I think. I think we're just destined to get 9th by the looks of it. Which, you know what? As a number 7, I would take it. Absolutely. Coming into this race, if we just get a 1X out of it, I don't know how we didn't get a 2X when I rode the wall for half of turn 4 there, and then hit that little outcropping at the end. I would have tried to get off the wall before that sharp indent at the end right there, but I had those two pass me on the inside. I didn't want to pull it off the wall and then spin down into them or something, so I just had to keep it up there, and then that little end portion of the wall really gave us some damage. But somehow no 2X. Still got the 1.
3.7 seconds.
I'd really prefer not to be lapped so that if they do wreck, we have a chance to make up a spot or two again. But only a handful of them are left.
46.132.
So likelihood of them wrecking is a bit lower.
On top here, Caleb.
But also, since they're such a small pack, they're gonna have to do a little bit more to end up catching us and lapping us. But we have really lost the draft. We might just be down on power. We got front end damage. I was going 197 in the corners by myself in practice. I don't think there's that much tire
On the
wear.
bottom, Caleb.
You're losing on the car in front.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have time to catch us. We'll just have to see. This big group of lap cars are definitely gonna catch us. Where am I gonna go when that happens? I don't know. We get a boring one here, but I will take that after a missed wreck, and we're sitting top 10. I don't know how I missed that. That was crazy. I should have stayed high. I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I did miss it. But with the massive banking, they're all going to slide down. I don't know how I didn't have anybody just sitting in front of me when I went down low. Oh, didn't even see them. Wasn't even paying attention. I should have done a better job of getting out of the way than that. Just kind of cut it close there, down the back, but I wasn't even looking. Last I looked, I had like 5.5 seconds, so I figured I got plenty of time. And now it looks like they're 4 wide. I really don't need these guys to wreck in front of me. It looks like they're going to. Nope, he saves it. We'll just take the run to his outside. Hopefully get stuck in this draft here and not be in too bad of danger. That guy is for position. That guy was in 6th place. That's the number 12. Do not want to be on the outside at that spot. And we got the leaders coming up quickly. Just let them go. They're quicker than us. They've got a new car, not damaged. We got Red Slav coming up, as well as the number 1 car. Looks like they're locked together for the lead. We'll just go low like we did. Looks like we're going to lose a spot as well to the 19. He's caught up. Unless the 2 leaders wreck and he gets caught in it, but looks like he's going to end up catching us. Alright, I'm just going to go low here for the leaders. They're going to fly right past us because they're locked together. The other lap cars stay up top. That gets them kind of separated. Watch the wall. Oh! They just got all ran over. Here comes the 19. Oh, that's the 9. Well, that's 3rd place. Okay. Somehow the 19 missed when they just ran over the 4 on the inside coming off pit road. He's 2 seconds back still, though. We might be able to hold him off. He doesn't have any help by the looks of it. Only got 2 laps left as well. We're sitting in 7th as the number 7. Last I looked, Nick was in the top 5, and he's not there anymore from what I can well, he might be behind us still. The 3rd place is only in front of us. Haven't seen him on track, though, so he must be somewhere out in front of us. Nope, there he is. He's in 4th. That's cool. Hopefully he can stay there, get a top 5 out of this race. What a wild one. And hey, since we got lapped, we only have to do 19 laps instead of 20. Isn't that exciting? I just need these 2 to not wreck in front of me, and we can hold on to a 7th place. Are they going to succeed? Pretty big group up there with the leaders. There's some lap cars mixed in. Oh yeah. We're wobbly. Coming to the checkered flag. Get our 7th place. Only 1 incident after going to the grass to mix to miss the big wreck.
Checkered flag.
And OneDrive wants to start up, which is funny because I thought I uninstalled that. Okay. Wow. I will absolutely take a 7th place. I think Nick will take a 4th place. James ends up getting 3rd. Not 3rd. He's number 3. He ends up getting 9th. We don't even have a front end. I did not realize that. I didn't think we hit it that hard. Didn't give us a meatball or anything, but that's why we were down on power. We had a big parachute, no front bumper. Wow. Well, you know what? It worked out for us. It worked out. We missed the wreck. We got into a nice, calm part of the track and didn't have another chance to get in a wreck, really. Let's take a look at the incidents, if we can find a way to get there. Gonna have the big one, and then I don't know what else happened. Some stuff happened. Right from the start. Oh, you know what? This track's broken because we're going backwards on the track. If you're talking about the road course, so it thinks that's an incident, so that's gonna pop up every time. Going backwards down pit road. That stinks. I forgot this track was broken. A-car was blinking a lot there. We're not going to see anything, are we? Might just have to find that wreck. Wherever it was. We'll give Nick a good run. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to see the incidents since the button's not working. Control numpad 3 to cycle once you're in the replay mode, but since just going down the back stretch, or the front stretch, is counting as an incident, it's not going to really function how we want. Let's just take a look at the big wreck. It's going to be the longest lap time, probably, lap 4. Still in the draft, we're going 2:15, I said. Then they're making contact ahead. Let's just watch it from my view to start with. And they're all just piling in. They're going low and they're getting slammed into. And then they're just all right there. I have to go up high and then go down low into the grass. And that was crazy. That was crazy. That was insane. Once we got to this point, I think there's no way I'm going to miss whatever's going on up here. And especially once we get to here, I see the 20 car just sideways right in front of me. So I just decide I'm going to go middle and see if I can make it. And somehow there was a gap there and we could sneak around. Oh my gosh, let's see how that started. It all started with the 2 people down in the grass here. The 4 and the 19. They're 3 wide entering 2. The 4 and the 6 make a little contact. Oh, the 19... I think all 4 wheels off the ground there going over that giant bump, and that just sends his car up to the right, gets it sideways. He comes in contact with the 4, and then they're all just trying to gather it up, and behind them, they're checking up a little bit, and just there's nowhere to go for everybody. They just get stacked up, and then everyone is piling into it. Oh, big hits for everybody. Gosh, dang. That guy flies into the wilderness. Let's look at the James, because I don't think he survived it. Yeah, that's pretty big damage. But I mean, that was pretty much the. Oh, he gets wiped out by the 11 there at the end. Pretty much the entire field. Everyone's trying to turn around in the grass. And we would have been golden. We were golden after that, but we would have been even more golden if we didn't drag the wall, letting those lap cars get by us. But it's just so narrow, and you can't keep the car straight with how bumpy the track is. But once I got up into the wall, I didn't want to pull it down into him, and then that other wall juts out a little bit, and that just ripped the front end a little bit. Or ripped the front end off, I guess. Now, are we going to be able to see what the other wrecks were? The 12, we know he wrecked later. Lap 15, he's in 6th, racing with the 22. What happens here? We got smoke up ahead as well. Does that have anything to do? Yeah, there's something going on here, first of all. So the 4 and the 15, they're on their new car running 12th, but that big bump into 1 gets both of them loose. Then the 15 gets sideways, and then the 4 hits the corkscrew ramp, and that sends him head on into the wall upside down. The 15, he just loses it into 1, essentially. Nowhere for either of those guys to go. But he holds the brakes, slides down the banking. And then here comes the 12 and the 22 after all that happens. And they're just 3 wide, blocking the track, way off pace after they gathered it up. Nowhere for any of them to go. Big contact there. And he hits the wall opening, which just destroys it. Just caught that at the absolutely worst time. Anybody else we can remember? The 19, he was in an earlier wreck, looks like. Running 8th after the big one. Oh, something happened up ahead with the 11. Coming out of pit road in a new car, I guess. He just drives out into traffic, wrecks himself and that guy. That's unfortunate. And then something happens to the 19. I think this lap. Oh, he just goes to pit road maybe to get a new car. Probably too broken for him to continue. And anything else? I don't know. Who got 0 incidents? The 1 and the 17. Did the 17 do the whole race? Looks like he did, and he winds up getting 6th. Great job to him with a 0x race. I got 1x. 2-car got 2. James ended up getting 4 from that big wreck. And the 1-car, I think, finished... No, he ended up winning by 0.018. Last lap pass, I think, because I think he was pushing when they came by us. He gets 0 incidents as well. And several people with 10 or more, so... I will absolutely take 7th place with a 1x. Probably deserved a 2x after destroying our front end, but I will take it. Didn't really hurt us being off speed there when everybody was wrecked and we were so spread out. And we come away with 7th place. So that's how you do it. You just miss the giant wreck somehow, and then you can get a top 10. I don't know how that happened, but I'll take it.